Welcome to PTI BetterGradesFast.com multimedia tutorials. This creative writing session will be on business letters. Business letters are also known as formal letters. This means that the person or persons that you are sending your letter to would be people in authority. A principal, a member of parliament, the prime minister, a teacher. These are all people that you may have to send business letters to. In order to send a business letter, you need to have a specific format for your letter before beginning to write the actual content. The content is the body of the letter, and that will be determined by what the question asks. However, the structure of the letter remains the same. You first have to put your own address, which is considered right justified, meaning it's on the right side of your page. You put your street number and name, and then the town you are in. The only time you include the country is if the letter that you are sending is international, meaning if you are sending your letter from Trinidad to a person in Barbados, then you need to include Trinidad and Tobago. Seeing that both parties involved or both people involved are from Trinidad, you simply need to put the town name. You then go on to the recipient's address. The recipient is the person receiving the letter, the person you are sending it to. You first write his or her whole name. If you do not know their name, you simply have to put the person's title. Their title is their job title, meaning principal, teacher, president, etc. In this case, you know your principal's name, so you put her name, Hazel Joseph. You then go on to the title, principal. Note that each part of your address is on a different line. You then go on to the name of your school, Arima Primary School. You need to put the entire name of your school. Do not use any abbreviations. You then put the address of your school, 38 Green Street, then town name, Arima. Again, note that there are no punctuation marks at the end of each part of your address. The punctuation marks, meaning commas and full stops, are used for friendly letters, not for business letters. You are then required to skip a line and put the current date. Remember that your date has to be day, then month, then year. All written out. Do not use abbreviations. You then skip another line and you put either dear, sir, or madam. In this case, we are writing to Hazel Joseph, who is a woman. So we would simply have to say, dear madam. If your principal were a man, you would put dear sir. Or if the person you are writing to is someone who you do not know personally, meaning a manager for a store and you do not know if it's a man or a woman, then you put dear sir or madam. In that way, you cover both grounds, whether the person is masculine or feminine. The body of your letter, as I said, would be determined by the topic. If you are complaining about something, if you are inviting them to something, if you are asking for something, all of these would be determined by your question. So, in business letters, you simply need to maintain a polite tone. When ending a business letter, you cannot simply say your friend as you do in friendly letters. I will show you some possible endings for business letters now. Remember that when writing, you need to maintain that polite tone because it is a business letter. So in ending, you could possibly say yours truly or truly yours, yours sincerely or sincerely yours, and yours respectfully or respectfully yours. When using one of these, you need to make sure that it is to the left corner of your page, having skipped a line after the last line of your body. You also need to ensure that you write your whole name. Unlike a friendly letter where the person you are writing to knows you on a first name basis, in a business letter you need to maintain your formality, meaning you need to make sure that it is business-like. So you use your first and last name. Also, if you are representing your class, your family, or any other group, be sure to include that as well. For example, if you are writing to your principal on behalf of your entire class, you can say, yours truly, Emily Joseph. And in brackets, you can say, representative of Standard 5. That shows your principal that you are representing a bigger group, but it still maintains formality. Once you follow this structure that I have shown you regarding business letters, you will be sure that you can write a very well-structured business letter. Again, the body is determined by your topic, and the names or the addresses or the dates would change also according to your topic. So, if you are writing to the Minister of Education, the title of the recipient will no longer be Principal. It will be Minister of Education. And the address would no longer be your school's address. It would be the Ministry of Education. Keep all these things in mind when writing business letters. Remember that structure is very important and it determines how well your letter is written. So practice business letter structures and you will be able to be sure that your letter was well written. Thank you for choosing PTI BetterGradesFast.com.